So this is tanks but no tanks.
Hello, my name is Donna McHugh, and I'm the president and founder of Fat Ass Fudge. I'm asking for $250,000 for 5% of my company.
Wow.
So let's just paint a quick picture of Donna. Donna looks sort of like a breaded Kathleen
Donna
Turner.
Looks to me a breaded Kathleen Turner.
Yeah,
she looks to me like she was asleep in a tree.
Right.
Like her hair's sort of all like wiry and and disheveled, and she looks kind of filthy.
She looks like a little girl, like couldn't afford a Cabbage Patch doll and tried to make one herself. That have out of just like corn silk and like just household supplies, pipe cleaners, stuff like that.
Oh, you know what she looks like? Let's say you slicked back the hair of one of those troll dolls.
Yeah.
And then you made it come to life and grow to the size of a woman.
Yes. You'd have
Donna
McHugh, purveyor of Fat Ass Fudge. Here's Donna sort of describing what her company's all about.
It's made with goat milk. It's lactose-free, gluten-free, but it's not glutton-free. It always makes me laugh.
It's not gluten-free fudge. A lot of fudge has no gluttons in it.
Right.
But this is not one of those fudges.
The other thing that I think it's good that she points out is that her fudge is lactose-free because it uses goat's milk. And so the fact that she knows that goat's milk is lactose-free, that sort of assuages some of my doubts that she just doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. And this is just like saying things that she's heard. And,
she's not just some maniac that they found in a box on the street.
She clearly knows a lot about milk and whether or not every kind of animal milk has lactose in it. Also love the use of humor. We've talked about that a lot.
It puts the sharks at ease. I mean, Robert
it's so
fell
valuable.
off his chair laughing.
Yeah.
You heard it.
Yeah. It's so important. And it's also like, when you make a joke, a lot of mistakes these guys make, when you make a joke, laugh at your joke.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, if you're not laughing, how can you expect...
And tell them that you laughed at your joke.
Yeah, tell them that you think it's funny, because it's your joke. You should think it's funnier than anyone else.
If you don't believe in your business, why should I?
Exactly.
If you aren't telling me you laughed at your joke, why should I say I laughed at your joke?
That's why Jimmy Fallon was the one of the greatest cast members in the history of SNL. When something was funny, he was laughing.
The single greatest cast member.
Yes, because he would laugh at stuff that was funny, and that made you laugh.
That's why nobody knows who Bill Murray is.
That made it okay for you to laugh too.
Bill Murray kept a straight face in every sketch.
You remember what? Yeah,
you
when
Bill
probably
Murray
don't know
who I'm referencing. He was one of the early SNL.
Yeah, he was a guy
members
who would make a joke and just stand there. There's a little more backstory that Donna wants to get into, and here she is.
Years ago, I always wanted to be in show business, and every time I didn't get a part or something, instead of beat myself up, I would beat that chocolate. So I got really good at making chocolate. Years of not getting things that I wanted.
That's an inspiring story.
It is a really inspiring story. I wonder, because I find it kind of hard to believe that this woman is not getting acting work.
I see what you're saying. There's not like a they're not making a movie called Weird Witch.
Like something in the Weird Witch genre.
Nobody's written a movie where the troll dolls come to life.
Yeah,
Hayes and I just had that idea. That's free. Cast this woman.
It seems impossible that she wouldn't be the first, or like a commercial for like a sausage casing that you wear on your body.
Picture this: a kid's writing with a pencil with a troll doll on the back of it, and he goes, "God, I wish I studied for this quiz." Troll doll comes to life, starts feeding him the answers, and feeding him fudge. Yeah, hi, you like fudge? It's the Potomac, the Battle of Gettysburg. Eat a piece of fudge. Bye. You know,
something like that. And so I think that it might be just kind of a made-up story.
If you like money, write the movie.
Yeah.
We don't have time.
Do you think that like she's just trying to like generate sympathy for Like, it's a great story.
It's a fake story.
It's not as interesting if you're like, I am a really good actress. Like, I've booked a lot of work, and now I'm trying to do this other side project. So that's a savvy thing, but it sort of makes me a little. You're telling me there's not a commercial being made for like a ramp that you walk up to get into bed that this woman wouldn't be perfect for. Imagine casting anyone else in a bed ramp commercial.
Yeah, she's your only candidate.
She has even more backstory for Fat Ass Fudge that is kind of important to hear.
So my older brother said to me when he had that fudge, he said, you should sell it. And he said, what would you call it? And I said, I'll call it what you used to call me growing up, Fat Ass.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, now that makes me feel a little bit mean.
Yeah.
We've been having a little fun at this woman's expense. Some of it's been focused on her appearance, and
turns out that
she's been
her entire childhood was her family was calling her fat ass.
She's been dealing with that her whole life.
She tried to turn a negative into a positive and she tried to go home and beat that chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
In order to feel better, and we're here making her feel worse.
Here we are on she finally gets to be on Tanks But No Tanks, and here we are talking about her appearance.
Couple bullies.
Yeah. So I'm sorry for saying that she looks like
a breaded
Kathleen Turner, or like when you put two gingerbread men too close together on a baking sheet and they kind of fuse into one giant gingerbread man.
Mm-hmm.
Something, I'm sorry for saying that.
Yeah, I feel bad too. Yeah, I'm sorry that I intimated that she looked like a. You ever put a marshmallow peep in the microwave? And, it starts to bubble up and sort of expand,
and you stop it.
Then it gets all burnt up and smelly.
Yeah, when you put a marshmallow peep in the microwave for 10 minutes.
Yeah, you put it in for a long time, bubbles up and then it gets all burnt and smelly. I'm sorry that I said that's what she is.
So Donna, that's her introduction. She sold $60,000 worth of fudge. She's valuing the company at $5 million. It is still a little steep. The brand is worth at least $1 million, and the fudge, because it's goat's milk, so it's lactose free, is probably worth another $2.5 million or so. But that still leaves $1.5 million that she has to account for.
Yeah,
that's a little steep for most of the shark. 4 of the sharks go out. Damon, Barbara, Mark, and Robert are all gone. But then Kevin throws her an offer that is pretty interesting.
It's worth talking about.
Here's Kevin's offer.
Aren't we supposed to negotiate, babe?
Well, here's what we'll start the negotiation this way. I'll give you $250,000 for 1,000% of Fat Ass Fudge.
I'm 1,000%, but isn't that too much?
I mean, like she balks at that, but I actually think it's a deal.
Isn't that too much?
That's a deal worth considering. I know, like, her pride is an issue maybe, and you've also got Kevin's business acumen involved. You can't forget how valuable that is. But then Kevin acts like it was a joke, which I thought was sort of weak of him.
I love Kevin, but he let me down this week.
That wasn't my favorite thing he's ever done. So Donna ends up with the no tanks,
which I don't know why.
Yeah, it doesn't make. Well, I mean, one of these.
This is probably the first time we've done it at Tanks But No Tanks where I haven't agreed with their decision. I'm still saying Tanks because that name
is so funny.
It's so funny.
Do you need to sell the fudge at that point? Or is there a way to just start a company and...
Do you need to do anything other than just give her the money and then just, like, know that company's out there?
And just wait for it to come... for her to turn it back 10 times over.
Yeah.
It's sad. Like, I want someone to come in here one of these days and get a Tanks. It wears... All these no Tanks, it wears on you after a little while.
Yeah, I do.
I'm hoping. When someone gets so close...
But, yeah, in summation, it wasn't fair, and it wasn't fair of us to say that Donna looked basically like if you put a bunch of oatmeal in a sack, sputtered Sorry, if you put a bunch of oatmeal in a sack, spun it around over your head for 10, 15 minutes, and then let it go and splatter against the wall.
Right. Yeah, that wasn't. That
was unfair.
I regret saying that now. So, Donna, good luck in everything you do. That was Takes But No Takes. We're gonna be right back.